pile 1, so let's get your mystery message from Spirit. People seem to like these, so I might try to do just one mystery message a month, but we'll see. Okay, mystery message for my pile 1s, please, Spirit. And can we get all uprights? Let's see. We've got the 5 of Pentacles to start us off. We've got the 6 of Pentacles. Wow, that's really funny because I've been using this deck a lot. I just used it in a reading this morning, so it's been shuffled a lot. Wow, the 2 of Cups coming out too, as well as the Magician. Okay, so you've been busy, group 1. You've been busy, and I say that because I really feel like you have been working on yourself in terms of trying to have a gentler approach, kind of minimize that self-critic, understand like your limitations in terms of like what you can control versus when you need to accept help, whether that is from others in your life or whether that is from Spirit. And I think you're getting out of this mindset that, you know, if things aren't working out, it's all of your fault. You know, like you're kind of separating yourself from, you know, putting this unhelpful self-blame, because a lot of times things are outside of our control, you know, like we can only manage but so much. And even if it's as simple as you being sick or, you know, you feeling a bit burned out, like you're not an Energizer bunny, you know, like there's only so much you can do. And sometimes things happen that, you know, force us to rest or that force us to slow down or, you know, kind of put us on a different path. And at that time, it may not make a lot of sense to us and we may feel like we're being punished, but you know, ultimately it's for our highest good, right? And so I feel like, you know, you're starting to accept that, you're starting to slow down when you need to. And I think, you know, getting into this space of being able to accept help when you need to and understanding, you know, kind of stubbornly like clinging to things or trying to force certain relationships or, you know, certain paths to work out when, you know, everything is telling you this isn't meant for you. I think it's a lesson in letting go that you're also mastering as well. Yes, and I'm really reminded, actually, I'll put a link in the description box, but there's this clip by Kerry Washington where she talks about, she uses this metaphor of a bus, and I apologize if I've mentioned this before in another reading, but I'm being reminded of that video so strongly. But she talks about how sometimes it's just not your bus, but you know, she's gonna do everything she can to run and catch that bus. And you know, if she makes it, great, then she knows that's her bus. But if she doesn't make it, it doesn't mean that she's a failure. It just means that that wasn't her bus and there's some sort of divine intervention guiding her somewhere else. And maybe the next bus will be her bus. And so it's kind of finding that sweet spot between surrendering to the divine, but also working hard and doing everything you can to make a certain dream come true or to, you know, make a relationship work, but knowing when to let go and when to keep pushing. And I feel like that's what you're mastering here. I would also say, you know, if you were hoping to get a love message with the 2 of Cups being here and the 5 and 6 of Pentacles, I feel like metaphorically, this could easily talk about trying to manifest with the Magician card here, or pray for or call in relationships where, you know, they are reciprocal, they are balanced, there is mutual effort, rather than feeling isolated, rather than feeling ghosted, rather than feeling left out in the cold without any support, you know, so moving out of, because listen, the 5 of Pentacles can talk about financial scarcity, but to me, like the cruelest aspect of this card, and when this card came out in my own life, I can, you know, attest to this. The hardest part isn't the financial struggle. The 5 of Pentacles is a sad card because these two people should be able to find shelter in this church. This is a church window. The church should be providing them sanctuary, but it isn't. They're still out in the cold here. And, you know, when that shows up in your life, that can look like you going through a really hard time, and the people who should be supporting you and helping you through it are not. And it's the loneliness, you know, it's that feeling of isolation, that feeling of abandonment, I think, that makes this card so difficult more than anything, because, you know, hard times will always come back around, right? Like that, we learned that lesson with the Wheel of Fortune, but having someone to hold your hand through it, having someone to support you, makes all the difference in the world. And so I feel like the message here is also that you are going to be calling in relationships in your life where you don't have to feel so alone. And when hard times come around, you're going to have people who are in your corner, supporting you, loving you, wishing you the best, instead of secretly being happy or kicking you when you're down, or just, you know, fair weather friends or fair weather romantic relationships that just leave you out in the cold and don't really care that you're struggling, you know? So definitely some improvements here if you've been in that Five of Pentacles energy. Okay. Help is being sent your way, you know? All right, let's see. Yeah, prosperity. So finances are definitely looking better, but I also think of wealth in terms of supportive people, because again, you have that Two of Cups there. Let's get one more card. I'm sorry you've been having a difficult time. Group 1, we have transformation. Yeah, the situation is transforming for you. You know, the dark times aren't going to last forever. Winter doesn't last forever. You are in, you know, a more difficult cycle, but you're coming out on the other side of it. Bottom of the deck, we have blessings. So there is going to be divine support. There is going to be help that is coming through, support that is coming through. And so I think there's two pieces to this. Like, yes, the finances, the financial situation is going to be improving, but I think even more importantly, in terms of like your long-term happiness, is the supportive connection. So this can look like soul family, this can look like found family if you resonate more with that term. This can look like a soulmate romantic partnership, you know, that kind of energy coming into your life. It can also look like reconciliation with, you know, maybe certain family members or friends. But I think, honestly, this is, you know, some new connections, new energy coming in. All right, Group 1, this was your reading. I hope you found it helpful. I'm going to move on now to Group 2. Hey Group 2, so let's get your mystery message from your spirit guides, whatever they want to say to you. A big thank you to my guides and your guides for coordinating these messages. I really like doing these mystery readings. I hope you all like them. All right. It's just nice to do an open-ended reading, because a lot of times, especially with the future spouse readings, I do really specific topics, so it's just kind of nice change of pace here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Let's see. Group 2, please, Spirit. Wow, everyone, you may have been drawn to Group 1 as well. We've got Ace of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. Wow. And your bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. So you have a very cut and dry, reading here. Like, it's very straightforward. Your finances are improving. To see the Ace of Pentacles come out next to the Five of Pentacles and then be cushioned by this Six of Swords is so beautiful. Like, I really want to make that clear. You are going to be getting a new job opportunity, a promotion, unexpected money. If you're feeling called to play the lottery, maybe go ahead and do that. Or you could be getting a loan from somebody. This could even look like your partner, or a new romantic connection, something like that. Them helping you with your finances. And that doesn't mean necessarily like them just giving you money, but it could look like them helping you out, like, oh, you know, I know someone who needs a roommate, or oh, I can help get you a job here, or hey, let me help you update your resume. Like, it's just some sort of assistance here with the Six of Swords. And it could even just be talking about divine intervention in your life. That is getting you from the Five of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, that is a huge, huge leap. Like, this is a reading that talks about overnight success. I mean, this is like huge. And so this is going to be something that puts you on the path towards getting financial security, but also financial abundance, because the Queen of Pentacles isn't just financially comfortable, she is abundant. I mean, that's why you have the rabbit here with fertility. Like, she is someone who has not only enough money for herself, but also enough money to take care of those that she loves. And sometimes the Queen of Pentacles can also talk about building a foundation for generational wealth with the rabbit. Because again, I think of fertility, I think of children. So yeah, you're going to be sitting pretty. And this can also look like, because the Six of Swords talks about movement. So if you've been wanting to have enough financial resources to move somewhere, I see that being indicated as well in your cards here. Yeah, there's definitely more social support around you too, for some of you, because with the Six of Swords next to the Five of Pentacles, it really does remind me of group one of, it's a little bit of a different story here, but it does seem like, you know, being out in the cold to hear someone helping you, guiding you towards safety. So you may be getting out of a bad situation. You know, if you're unhappy in your current romantic partnership, you know, or you feel like you're in kind of like a toxic work environment, I just see you leaving that behind. Yeah, it feels like a change for the better. Let's get your oracle cards. It's so funny, like you and group one got these financial messages. That must be a collective energy. We have strength here. Yeah, it's really nice because, like, yes, you are going to be getting some sort of help, some sort of opportunity, but you're also going to feel so empowered because this is coming about as a result of your hard work, your tenacity, your inner strength, your resilience. You know what I mean? Like, you're being blessed with this because you deserve it. And I think that if you have some fears around survival, you know, like just being able to make it in this world, you're really going to be releasing that and resolving it because of this stability that's coming in, which is really beautiful. Yeah, life purpose. I like to see that as well because it's not just that you're going to be, you know, making more money or, you know, be more financially stable, but you're also going to be doing something that fulfills you and something that you love, which is always ideal, right? Answers. This could really talk about, you know, hearing back from a job that you interviewed for, or finding a way to move, like if you've been wanting to move to another country and you've been waiting for an answer back on like your visa papers, something like that, or if you were looking to buy a house and you were waiting to hear back to see if your offer was accepted by the seller, then yeah, you could definitely take that as a confirmation this is your group, and you'll be getting a response back that is going to be favorable. It's going to be the answer that you've been wanting. Yeah, your talent's being rewarded here for sure. Okay, group 2, this was your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope it brought you some comfort. And yeah, I'm wishing you the very best. I'm going to move on to group 3 now. Hi group 3, welcome to your reading. So today's going to be just a mystery message, whatever your guides want to share with you. A big thank you to my guides and your guides for coordinating these messages. Okay, group 3. Group 1 and group 2 were mostly about finances, so I'm curious if you're going to continue that trend. Let's see. All uprights, please, Spirit. Group 3. Ooh, we have the Lovers. Now, this one is a little bit revealing, so to make YouTube happy, I'm going to make sure I cover up their little bits. Okay. Moving on. Let's see. Don't laugh at me, guys. All right, group 3 mystery message here. Oh, wow. Y'all. We've got the Sun. To get the Lovers and the Sun, I mean, beautiful. And then we also have the 5 of Cups here. Okay, let's get, I think, one more tarot card and then we'll be ready. Already though, I mean, things are looking up for you. Oh wow, the 7 of Swords. Okay, I love this. I love this so much for you. Okay, yeah. There was something, maybe recently or maybe in your past, that really disappointed you. Someone let you down, someone lied to you, betrayed you, hurt you. They were dishonest, they were looking out for themselves, and they really didn't care if it hurt you. They were really just being very self-serving with this 7 of Swords. This is a sneaky, underhanded energy. I mean, this person is stealing something that isn't theirs to take, you know? And this could be someone using you for your money, your time, you know, using you for your physical body and then just leaving. Someone cheating on you, like I said before. It's just, and I think for many of you it's romantic, but for others of you, you know, it could have been a friend who really stabbed you in the back and gave you some trust issues, or a parent that's maybe a bit narcissistic and tries to you know, it's because it's very covert with the 7 of Swords, so maybe in a sneaky way try to undermine your self-worth, your self-confidence, and this has affected you in terms of your romantic partnerships. But it's something that happened to you that affected your ability to love and to engage in romantic partnerships, something that, you know, really kind of did a number on you, something that really hurt you, something that you saw a great potential in and it just fell through. And I know with the 5 of Cups, people really minimize this card and say like, oh, it's just crying over spilled milk, but it's more than that. You know, this is a card about grief, and a lot of times we can end up breaking our own hearts because we want to see the best in people, or we romanticize people, or, we try to give people a second chance or understand why they hurt us, and, we may seek comfort in the arms of the very people who hurt us the most. And so the Five of Cups, it can be a hard card, and especially next to the Seven of Swords. I mean, this is something that you had to grieve, something that you had to let go. But I think ultimately with this energy, you are probably asking yourself, why did I have to go through that? I'm a good person. Why did I have to go through that? And if that question is still lingering in the back of your mind, like, why did Spirit do this to me? Why did the universe do this to me? Why did they bring that person into my life? Or why was I born into this family with these parents? Things like that. If that is still kind of lingering in your subconscious, the answer to that is just to help you understand the contrast of what you don't want and how to help you understand your own worth, because I'm kind of being shown, it's almost like Spirit wanted to push you to stand up for yourself. Spirit kind of wanted to make you a little bit angry because you deserve so much better, and it was kind of breaking your guides' hearts a little bit to see you settling for less, and it's almost like they had to push you a little bit just to get you mad enough and angry enough to assert yourself and demand better for yourself. And what is on the other side of that, you raising your standards, is happiness, joy, emotional fulfillment with the Lovers here, with your true love. I mean, the Sun next to the Lovers, this is true love, and if you feel very happy in your current partnership, this may be the point in time where you finally release the past and you finally emotionally give yourself fully to your partnership, and you don't feel this cloud of anxiety wondering when the rug is going to be pulled out from under you and you're going to have your heart broken again. So this is, I think, for my singles, reassuring you that this was preparing you for true love. For those of you already in a partnership, this was reassurance that, it's the past isn't going to repeat itself, and you can, let it go, essentially. Let's get your oracle cards. So nothing about finances then. So that's different. I'm kind of relieved because I was like, man, I may have just made this a collective reading if this was the case. All right, let's find out for your oracle cards. Any additional information that Spirit would like to share with you at this time? Oh, compassion. Yeah, it's like you are the kind of person, I think, who is very empathic, very compassionate, and would really try to take the high road and would really try to put yourself in someone else's shoes to understand, why they hurt you. And I think ultimately, sometimes it's not for you to understand, and it's more freeing for you to say, regardless of why they did it, whatever reason there is behind why they are the way that they are and why they treated me the way that they did, doesn't matter, because regardless, it doesn't justify it. We've all had some sort of issue in our background. Plenty of people have been through traumatic experiences and they don't go on to hurt other people. You know what I mean? Like, that's a conscious choice, how you choose to resolve what has happened to you, how you choose to emotionally process it. It's the same thing, like if you're having a bad day. Because you're having a bad day, do you just deal with it and accept it and try your best to get through the day? Or do you try to externalize that energy and make everyone else around you miserable, right? Like, that's a choice. That's a choice. And so I feel like that's kind of the point of all of it, is that it doesn't matter why they did what they did. And I think the longer you spend trying to figure that out, is really unhelpful and kind of does a disservice to your healing process, because it doesn't matter. Like, there's nothing wrong with you. You didn't deserve it. You know, it's almost like searching for a reason. Like, is there something wrong with me, you know, that made them treat me the way that they did? No, no. And that's why sometimes I don't like that message too about, sometimes you hear this rhetoric a lot, like, oh, well, you know, there's something that you need to heal within yourself because that's why you keep attracting these, you know, negative people. And it's like, well, okay. You know, sometimes it's not that there is something wrong with you. It's not that. It's just that you are not versed well enough in setting boundaries to protect your positive traits that other people try to exploit. So there's nothing wrong inherently with you being a compassionate person. That's actually something that's very positive. But if you don't build adequate defenses in the form of healthy boundaries to protect yourself against people who would exploit that inner light because they can't create it for themselves, then you would, yes, end up in a repeating pattern where people hurt you. But there's nothing wrong with you being a compassionate person. And it's unfortunate that you even have to build up all of these defenses, right? Like, you know, it would be great if there wasn't a need to learn how to hold firm boundaries. It would be great if people just respected your boundaries with you, you know, not even having to practice it, but, you know, in terms of like maintaining them. But, you know, that's unfortunately not the world that we live in. But yeah, there's nothing inherently wrong with you, nothing that you need to fix. It's just, you know, I think a matter of protecting yourself from people who, you know, would try to exploit your positive attributes. Okay. I hope that made sense. I may have taken the long way around explaining it. Okay. Aw, we have dreams here. So yeah, I really feel like a dream is about to come true for you in terms of your love life, for sure. So, you know, if you've been really praying for your future spouse, or if you've been really praying for, you know, a relationship where you feel respected, a relationship, you know, whatever it is that you've been kind of putting out there into the universe, whatever you've been sort of asking for, hoping for, this would seem like a dream come true, right? And it may feel a little bit surreal to you, because I really do feel like some of you all are at the point to where you're like scared to hope, or you're like scared to believe it's about to happen, or, you know, it kind of feels like a pipe dream at this point for you to find someone to settle down with, or some of you are in a relationship with someone who is a soulmate connection, but you're worried that they're never gonna propose, or you're never gonna get married, that kind of thing. So yeah, I feel like this is just kind of giving you that green light, like, yes, it is okay for you to dream and to hope. It is okay for you, you know, to believe in true love. Like, it's okay, it's okay. Like, you do deserve it. I feel like there's just really this message of reassurance for you all. All right, so group 3, that's all that I'm seeing in your cards currently. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in my next one.